Hey there, YouTube. This is Mr.Lubufu, and I'm back with another episode of Fate Reforged Sealed Simulator. I'm going ahead and doing one for each clan. In this episode, we're going to be doing Mardu. If you guys want to try for yourself, there'll be a link in the description for you guys to do it yourself. Anyway, let's go ahead and head on in. So let's generate the sets. So, like usual, I like to start with rarity to see what sort of cards we get. And oh boy, do we get two of the best green mythics available in Warden of the First Tree and Whisperwood Elemental. So, very powerful cards to consider there. We also have Dogtar the Adamant, Mardu Strike Leader, Mob Rule, probably not as good, Necropolis Fiend. So we have some options. Not so many in Mardu, mind you, but, sometimes you have to keep your mind open. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be the meat of the deck, the uncommons and the commons. Well, hopefully there's enough green to support it, and maybe there's some white or some black so we can use Warden of the First Tree. But we have 2 Honors Reward, not a bad uncommon at all. Valorous Stance is good, and 2 Ward Scale Dragon, so we have some very strong white uncommons. Black, not so much. There's a Noxious Dragon, which is fine. Red gives us Pyrotechnics, and Wild Slash is very strong. Temur Sabertooth and Battlefront Crucial are also pretty good. We have an Armament Core, which may be too color intensive for this format. We have to see if the lands can support it. There's a Sultai Charm, which is, I think, a little bit out of reach. Continuing on to our commons, 2 Sandblast, very, very powerful. So I think white is a direction we want to be heading. With so many powerful uncommons and commons. There's some Sand-Stepped Outcasts, which are not the most impressive. We have a Soul Summons, which is, I think, pretty playable as well. So that seems pretty good. Here we've got Aven Surveyor is good. Jeskai Sages are also fine. Singing Bell Strike's completely playable. Right into Being's good. Sultai Skullkeepers are typically more to fit your curve. I'm not sure we want to be going blue, because look at our blue uncommons. We don't have any. So it seems a little bit out of reach. Black gives us Astral Vengeance, which is okay. It's not the most impressive thing. There's some Gurmag Anglers, which are pretty good. Mardu Skull Hunter's playable. I don't know how aggressive it's going to be. Red gives us 2 Collateral Damage, which is pretty fine. Fierce Invocation, and some really aggressive cards if you really want to force that way. But then there's green, and it gives us Hunt the Weak, and Dragon Scale Boon, and Whisper of the Wilds, and just so much value to be found in green. I think I'd probably go green-white as like the base. Here we have not a lot to help support a heavy 3-color deck. So that is something to keep in mind, though there might be some cards worth splashing in maybe black with like Grim Contest, or we could splash the Necropolis. The Necropolis Fiend's a little bit hard, but I think green-white is like the direction I'd want to go with this deck. It's just got a lot of depth and just a lot of power in the cards that it has. It seems to get really far ahead really fast. You would probably need to splash a little bit of black to be able to I think it would be worth the upgrade to lose some consistency, but to gain cards like Abzan Guide, Grim Contest, Harsh Sustenance, maybe even Mardu Strike Leader. That might be a little bit too aggressive. But I think that definitely green-white is the stronger pair in this sealed pool. And that's something you have to keep in mind. Is if you go into the pre-release and you try and just force whatever clan you get, you might lose out on a lot of things. So keep your mind open, young Padawan, and keep your eyes open for all the possibilities. As usual, thank you guys all for watching. Be sure to check out the other episodes, and I will see you guys next time.